Welcome everyone to the Delhi-CENTA Teaching Professionals Olympiad Kickoff and Orientation online event. Good evening to all the teachers joining us. Good evening everyone. I am sure all of you were expecting to see Ramya, who is the founder, CEO of CENTA, आज के session पे. But unfortunately, she is down with a viral infection and बहुत बीमार है. She's quite unwell, so she will not be joining us today. But the show must go on, and therefore I am here today. I will be your facilitator for the day. Let me quickly introduce myself. I am Shruti Bhatt, and I am the manager for learning products at CENTA. Very, very happy to see so many of you joining. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है अब सबको देखकर और बहुत लोगों ने तो बहुत पहले ही 5 बजे से बहुत पहले ही ज्वाइन किया है. Thank you so much to all the teachers who are joining us today. Would be great if अगर आपके नाम के साथ अगर आप अपना स्कूल और सिटी का नाम भी डालोगे तो it will be very good. So please do enter your name, your school name, your city name along with your good evening message. So good evening, Alka ma'am, who's a TGT Sanskrit from teacher SKV, Tagore Garden se. Good evening, Deepika ma'am from GGSSS Tigri. Good evening, Benita ma'am, DPS Miapur, Hyderabad se. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people, Ritu, GGS, MMTC, Begumpur se. Seeing Gwalior se Deepika ma'am from Glory High School. So I'm seeing a lot of people joining us from places from other than Delhi as well. I see Tarannum ma'am from Alcon International School, New Delhi. Great. So of course, I would like to mention that this online event is specifically and exclusively for teachers in Delhi, but we welcome everybody who's here to join and to watch because of course TPO Center International Teaching Professionals Olympia to एक larger event भी है. So it's fully fine, would be happily welcome everyone, but would like to mention that this event is specifically regarding the Delhi-CENTA TPO, which is upcoming in a few weeks. So I'd also like to mention that since this event is specifically and exclusively for the Delhi region, we will be doing this session a little bit in Hindi and English. तो आज हम दोनों English और हिंदी में बात करेंगे, and hope everybody is comfortable with that. Keeping the event in mind, we are going to be keeping this as a bilingual session. Great, I can see so many people joining. Great. Welcome Mangala Charanjit ma'am, TGT Sacred High, Senior Secondary School Chandigarh se. Welcome Chavi ma'am, the mentor teacher TGT, GGSSS School Block Delhi se for math. Welcome Nirmal ma'am from Dwarka, Delhi, SKV Sector 1 se. Welcome Neetu ma'am, Political Science, RSKV, Shankar Nagar, Delhi se. Great. So many Delhi teachers are here. बहुत बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आप सबसे मिलके. Very nice to see so many of you here. Great. On that note, I would love to quickly just give you a quick glimpse of our esteemed panel and guests who have joined us today. So welcome Dr. Ashok Pandey. Welcome, welcome sir. Welcome ma'am. Very, very happy and privileged that you could join us today. And of course, मैं आपके बारे में thank you sir. Thank you sir. Of course, मैं आपके बारे में और भी ज़्यादा बात करूँगी और आपसे पिन पॉइंट करके क्वेश्चंस भी पूछना है बहुत सारे क्योंकि आप आए हो आज तो we have to make maximum use of this opportunity. But before that, I would like to quickly talk about CENTA and also about the partnership and this initiative itself. So CENTA is the largest professional platform for teachers today. We work all over India and in a few other countries as well. CENTA's focus has always been on certifying teachers, training teachers, and creating opportunities, rewards, and recognitions for teachers. In this mission to making teaching aspirational, we always require the partnership and support of reputed organizations from across the globe. And today we are partnering with two such reputed organizations, mainly the Directorate of Education Government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi and the Delhi Teachers University. In partnership with them, we are organizing the Delhi-CENTA Teaching Professionals Olympiad, Delhi-CENTA TPO, dedicated to the teachers of Delhi, and this webinar is an orientation for the same. Like I mentioned, we will try to keep this bilingual, mix of Hindi and English, catering to all our teachers who have joined us from Delhi today. So, like I mentioned, I have with me two esteemed guests here, starting with Dr. Ashok Pandey, who is not new to CENTA at all, who's been with CENTA, I think, longer than I have been with CENTA as well. So, Dr. Ashok Pandey is an educationist, evangelist, author, and a CENTA enthusiast who has spent more than 3 decades in the Delhi private and mainly private, but also the government education sector. We also have Ms. Kadambari here with us, a mentor teacher with almost 3 decades in the Directorate of Education, who has joined us today. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Kadambari. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Shruti. Good evening, Ashok sir. It's a pleasure to meet you again and see you here.
Yes. Thank you. Same here.
जी.
So, of course, अभी तो मैंने सिर्फ इनका नाम ही बोला है. I haven't shared. There's too much to share about both of them, which I will in the coming few minutes of the webinar. आगे जाके I will be sharing more. But अभी के लिए I just want to again say very very happy to have you both with us today. And we will definitely be coming back to you in a while. But before that, just to ensure that the audience is paying attention and everybody is focused in today's webinar, I would like to just conduct a very small short quiz with all of you. So I'm sure many of you have attended our webinars, are familiar with Mentimeter. If not, I'm going to quickly be sharing my screen and we're going to do a quick Mentimeter activity. Just give me a minute. I would request Ashok sir and Dr. Ashok and Kadambari ma'am to please stay the stream. I'll be bringing you back in a while. So let me quickly. So of course, we're doing the Delhi-CENTA Teaching Professionals Olympiad kickoff and orientation. And like I said, अभी हम एक Mentimeter activity करने वाले हैं. So all of you, please open a tab on your phone. या laptop पे एक tab open कीजिए और go to another window in your phone. Go to www.menti.com and please enter the passcode you can see on the screen. 63047112. Very simple questions, 2 to 3 questions. I'm sure many of you already might know the answer and you will have fun. So looking for yeses on the comments. अगर आप ये कर पा रहे हो तो प्लीज एक yes डाल दीजिए या thumbs up कुछ भी डाल दीजिए comment section पे और हम start करेंगे. So I think my colleague has also shared it in the comment section, the link menti.com along with the code. तो please उसे use करके आप register कर दीजिए और comments पे yes डाल दीजिए ताकि मुझे पता चलेगा कि how many people are on Mentimeter. Great. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I can see teachers are already answering. Okay, so let's see what the first question is. How many countries are part of the CENTA community? I'm hoping my screen is visible. आप सब मेरी screen देख सकते हो, I hope. So the question, how many countries are a part of the CENTA community? So I can see varied answers. All 4 options have varied answers. So option A is 4. Second option is 15. Third option is 27. And fourth option is 68. So I can see we have a lot of responses coming in. And 68 seems to be winning, seems to be ahead. We'll in a very short minute come to know what the correct answer for this is. Okay, waiting for a few more responses. So I can see 14% keh rahe ki 4 countries are a part of the CENTA community. 15 people are saying, 27% of the audience is saying 15 countries. 21% of the audience is saying 27 countries. And 40% of the audience is saying 68 countries are a part of the CENTA community. Okay, let's just quickly check what the answer for this is. Perfect. So majority ने 68 बोला, and of course 68 is the correct answer. So as of today, 68 countries are a part of the CENTA community, which means in the CENTA community and participating in our various products and initiatives are teachers from 68 countries. Let's move on to the next question. How many schools across India are a part of the CENTA community? आपको क्या लगता है कितने schools CENTA community के part है, are a part of CENTA community? Okay, waiting for some answers. Everybody's deep in thought, waiting for some answers. I can see that we haven't received any answers yet. If you have any confusion, kahan pe jana hai, clearly it's written on top here as well. Please menti.com pe jaiye and use the code 63047112. Waiting for some answers. Is there some... let me just move on. I think many of you are not able to see the question. Are you able to see it now? Would request everybody to refresh their screens. Then you should be able to see the next question. Okay, so let me just figure out what the technical issue is. Just give me a minute. Are you able to see the question now? Okay. I think you should be able to see it now. So coming back to the Mentimeter. Yes. How many schools across India are a part of the CENTA community? Please refresh your screen if you're not able to see it. Or okay, if you're not able to respond here, maybe you can just put it in the comments as well. Let's look at the comments for this. Yes, I can see many of you sharing here as well. Okay, so I can see many of you sharing. Do you think it is 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 or 1 lakh? So do you think it's 1,000, 100, sorry, 100, 1,000, 100,000 or 1 lakh? Okay, I can see a lot of teachers saying 1,000 and I can see some saying 1 lakh. Okay, I can also see teachers responding on Mentimeter now. So let me also quickly present this. So I can see that 1,000 has 0% responses. Nobody has picked 1,000. So 10,000 seems to have 50% teachers saying 10,000. 35% saying 100,000 and 20% saying 1 lakh. So let's see what the correct answer is. It is 100,000. Of course, we aspire to have 1 lakh schools across India part of the center community. But currently, it's 100,000 schools that are part of the center community, not 10,000, not 1,000. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So this is a open-ended answer for you to answer and you to maybe guess if you're not sure about it. What do you think is the purpose of the Delhi-CENTA TPO? What, according to you, is the, or what do you think? Why are we doing the Delhi-CENTA TPO? What is the purpose? Okay, looking for some responses. Maybe we'll quickly scroll through them and then we'll bring back Dr. Ashok Pandey. So just looking for some responses. Okay, so teaching learning interface, okay, to improve the teaching learning process, to improve the standard of education, to make teachers capable and well of understanding students' needs and educating according to that, to recognize and award teachers, great, to support teachers to grow professionally. I'm seeing some excellent answers here. To reward, recognize, and celebrate best teachers across the world, definitely across Delhi as well. To promote qualitative teaching among teachers, to involve more teachers in this platform, learning new teaching methods, to enable teachers to get teaching competency and self analysis and assessments. Great responses. A great platform for teachers to compete with their peers from across the globe and get recognition for their talent. So, a lot to do about exposure. I'm seeing a lot to do about supporting teachers' professional growth. I'm also seeing a lot about recognizing and rewarding competent teachers, right? I think all of you have captured the essence of what the Delhi-CENTA TPO and the CENTA International TPO stands for. So, some excellent answers. Thank you so much for sharing. So, I can see many, many more responses. So I'll just be slowly scrolling down so that everybody is able to read some of the responses that we see on the screen. Great. Brilliant responses. Thank you so much for all of you for participating here. And also, definitely, I'm sure I've got all of your attention as well now. So, on that note, I would love to bring back our esteemed guest for today, Dr. Ashok Pandey, back to the screen. But before I ask Dr. Pandey any questions, quick introduction about him. Listed by Forbes India 2020 among the 100 top people managers, Dr. Ashok Pandey is a postgraduate in physics from Allahabad University and in consultancy management from BITS Pilani. He has spent more than 3 decades in the education sector, pursuing innovative ways to impart knowledge, values, and the joy of learning. Dr. Ashok has been a successful school principal, author, speaker, researcher, and a facilitator. He was in his most recent role, he was a principal and director at Alcon Group of Schools in Delhi for almost 20 years, which has, by the way, seen several CENTA TPO toppers over the years, and is presently serving on the governing body of the National Council for Teacher Education, which is NCTE, Cambridge NEP Advisory Board for India and South Asia, and of course, among many, many other assignments of his. He has also been the recipient of the National Teachers Award from the President of India in 2012. Welcome, Dr. Pandey. Again, very, very privileged and happy to have you on board and for your constant support always for everything
Thank you
that Center
for
does.
your very kind introduction, and I'm very happy. Center is my home, and I have been associated with Center, as you said, from day one. And just to share with the audience here, you gave the statistics. Center today is in 68 countries and 100,000 teachers. And the first year when Center was done, uh, less than 3,000 teachers applied for it. And but I can tell you very proudly, out of that 3,000, 1%, that is 30 teachers were from my school. That is
Wow.
an international school. And see the growth. And that is where I would like to tell the teachers and the educators who are here that this is what is called vision, and that is the vision of center. Nobody knew it in those years. I don't know, Ramya will be on the show or not. Otherwise, I'm sure she will have tears of joy in her eyes, and how much of work has gone. And look at the attainment of this huge, huge vision, I would tell you. So happy to be here.
Definitely, Dr. Ashok Pandey. I mean, you couldn't have put it in better words, and I'm sure Ramya's, of course, today she's, like I mentioned, quite unwell, but I'm sure she's resonating with everything you're saying, and yeah, it's great to have you. So, sir, what I would like to ask you, I would like to ask you a few questions just from your experience and where you come from. So, as someone who's been a school leader and supporting this initiative, which is the TPO, for so many years, what I want to ask you is, why do you think teacher professional development is important? Number one. And how do you think the Center Teaching Professionals Olympiad like this can actually add value to that?
Absolutely. So let me tell you, Shruti, today is a very, very special day. And I'll tell you why. Today, the finance minister of the country, Mrs. Nirmala Sitaraman, has presented the budget for the coming
Yeah.
financial year. And as an educationist, I follow it, what is coming in the budget from the education standpoint. And you will be very happy to know that the finance minister has made a special mention. And you know what is it? She has said that we will re-envision teacher development plan with new pedagogies, innovations, IT embedding, and everything that is required to recruit, retain, manage talent in the teaching profession. Now imagine the budget speech is all about budget and money and this and that, but education is taking center stage. And when we talk of education and when we talk of learning outcomes, ultimately, what is the purpose of education? The student success. There are many things. I'm just simplifying it. Student success, right? Now, a student success depends upon four things. First, what is going to happen in the classroom? That is the prime mover and driver of a student success. And tell me, Shruti, who is managing that classroom instruction? The teachers.
Teachers.
And therefore, the second foremost thing is teacher, the principals, the educators, and those who are managing education. And third thing comes is that what kind of education system we are developing, what kind of culture we have developed on the campus, And the fourth, of course, is very important, that every child's background is unique, socioeconomic background, right? And every child's uniqueness is to be responded, to be addressed. So these are the four things which are the variables to influence the student success. So who comes at the center of all that? Teachers, right? And therefore, we have to invest in teachers. We have to create teachers as an asset. They are the assets. And you rightly said, they are to be celebrated, they are to be acknowledged. And that is what TPO does. This is what Center's whole vision, philosophy, premise is, that only acknowledge the attainment of teachers, right? And therefore, my take, why I became so glued to Center, and I fell for it, because at that time, 6-7 years ago, I think Center was perhaps the only organization in the country who thought of something like this for teachers. I mean, Teachers Olympiad, we all the teachers were organizing a Students Olympiad all these years, isn't it? And therefore, when the Teachers Olympiad came and only 3,000 teachers across the country participated, I mean, it made some kind of a disruption. Okay. And then it gave value add to them. I believe from the first cohort of Center toppers, they went to Dubai on a special program by Center. A special book was produced by Center in which they contributed chapters, right? And they became the heroes and ambassadors of various Center programs. But the most important thing is that it gave a pathway for the teachers to develop. They started learning the entire gamut and dimension and layers of teaching and learning. And that is why the differential learning to address the socioeconomic background, the new pedagogy, the new assessment, how learning takes place, what are the variables in learning, what is student readiness. I think everything came to the understanding bank of the teachers. So that is where the value of center and its TPO program lies.
Great, sir. Thank you so much. I think the way you put it, the four pillars, right? I think
Yes.
all of them are not just equally important, they are also interconnected in a extremely
Yes.
strong way, wherein it's like a domino effect. If one does
Yes.
not play its part, it's
Absolutely.
going to fall apart, right? So,
Absolutely.
and the point you mentioned so beautifully about its teachers are an asset. And I think school leaders like you really are making that come alive by supporting initiatives like this. But it is so important to recognize that teachers are an asset, and it's so inspiring to see that the government is doing this, and also this initiative itself is the Delhi government supporting us in
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
realizing that teachers are an asset. And also another brilliant point that you mentioned about how teachers will look at the TPO as a pathway, right?
Yes.
Pathway not just because, okay, I've got rewarded, I've got recognized, but also to reflect
Yes.
on what is it that my strengths are, what is it that my areas of improvement are, and how do I leverage both of them and get to actually becoming better in my teaching competencies, no matter if I have been rewarded one, been a topper, or even if I've just participated in it. So I
Absolutely.
think that was another
Oh yes,
great
so
point that
this
you
is
mentioned.
brilliant. I just wanted to add one thing, Shruti. You one of your Mentimeter questions was about Delhi centered TPO.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
its purpose is fine, but one of the things when it was initially discussed was that focusing it region wise. You get my point, where this ability of the teachers to come together and to celebrate it, to make it a celebration, make it an event where yes, all of us are going to take part. I mean, that was the basic principle, and I knew it, and that is why initially I had suggested that if you have to do it region wise, first you begin in Delhi, because I knew the efforts of the Delhi government, I knew the leadership there, I knew how the Delhi government school teachers are taking the learning in a new way, and how much effort they are putting in, and how much effort is there from the top leadership to develop them, to give them a trajectory on which they come from level 1 to level 2 to the higher levels. And that is why I'm so happy that it looks like a great success.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pandey. I do have one more question for you now, and it may
Yes.
not necessarily be specific to the Teaching Professionals Olympiad itself, but when you think about teacher training in the future, right? What do you think should be the focus of teacher training in the future? What are two to three things that you think should be different in the future than what's happening right now?
Yeah, okay, good. Very good question. So let me tell you, right now, as I said, those four layers that I gave you, so everybody recognizes that we have to have high quality teachers, high quality principals, because if they are not of high quality, the high quality education and lifelong learning, one of the foremost objectives of education, will not be fulfilled, right? So everybody wants it. Now the question is how to have high quality teacher, right? So I will not go into that, will take a longer time, that before you were a teacher, let's make it a constant, okay? And now after that, when you become a teacher, let me tell you, for whatever reasons you became a teacher, I think now you have become a responsibility of the organization where you are working. That is how I have taken it all my life. And it is the responsibility of the leadership of that organization to make your first day as a teacher and to convert you as a first rate teachers. So this journey from first day to first rate, this is to be chalked out. This is to be planned. There has to be a strategy. There has to be identification of what are the strengths of the person, what are the strengths of the organization. And therefore, I say recruitment, and training, retention, progression of the career. I mean, this pathway is the responsibility of the leadership. Then only teachers will feel very, very proud of themselves and proud of this. You go to any other organization, and since you mentioned all other organizations also, there is no organization in this world who does not invest in the development of their employees, and there are various pathways for that. So you asked that what all things should be done. I think the first thing that should be done is that it may be a little, some people might think it is very impractical. Even if you have done B.Ed and teacher training and you come fresh, you did your post graduation and graduation, you come on the first day, and believe me, can you imagine a doctor going to the operation theater and doing surgery on the first day? Does it happen? Engineer goes and gives a blueprint for a bridge on the first day? No, it does not happen. But we send the teachers on the first day in the classroom, and with no support, and nobody bothers, nobody is seeing what is happening to the teacher, how she's negotiating the classroom, how the children are behaving, how she is responding to the child's behavior. I think what I'm hinting at is at least 1 week, 10 days of onboarding program, you know and that is very, very important. Many good schools do it. I'm not saying that they don't do it. And then, first 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, there must be a mentor with the teachers. You can say a buddy teacher or a mentor teacher or whatever it is. I think with a lot of love and compassion, the first 3 to 4, 5, 6 months should go like this, and then you see what is the impact on that teacher. So this is one thing. And second thing, of course, is, again, I'll give you the various ways in which always this teacher training program has to be a leadership driven. Leadership must acknowledge the importance of it, set aside a budget for it, set aside a time for it, set aside some kind of incentivization for this. So leadership driven teacher program is very, very important, number one. And number two, the teachers themselves have to acknowledge that the day you become a teacher, that is also the day of you to become a learner. It is not the other way around, that now my days of learning are over. So you have to invest your time, your energy, if you can afford a little bit of your money also, on yourself. That is, I call it teacher driven training program. And the third one, which is very important, is like what is happening today. Today we are talking our experiences of Timpa, and everybody who is here, it is an opportunity for them, right? So this is an opportunity driven training program. So likewise, there are many programs online, the MOOCs program, where you don't have to pay anything, and you can attend online programs for training. Look for such opportunities and invest in you with your time and energy. So I think this is one layer of it. The second layer, of course, is we have to, now hybrid thing has come, online has come. Necessarily, we don't have to meet person to person for any teacher program. I think the whole idea is we have to adapt to the new situation, to the changing situation. But the bottom line of all this is there must be a mindset of growth and a mindset of curiosity. Teachers must display these two to become high quality teachers.
I think those were some excellent points that you mentioned in this group, Dr. Pandey. And I also, what it's making me really think about is, जो आप कह रहे हो, it's relating so much to all the other professions, right? And
Yes.
what CENTA really wants to do is making teaching aspirational as a profession. And आप
Very
जो बोल रहे हैं, it's all towards actually how recognizing teaching as a profession itself, because it has to go through these step-by-step scaffolded pathways, and there are all of these parameters that have to be met, and time pe ye karna hai, and that is how every other profession works today. And I think the
Absolutely.
future is teaching also being a structured profession
Oh,
like
yes.
every other profession out there.
Oh, yes.
So I
Yeah,
think
you
brilliant
see, the
points.
NEP 2020 has envisaged it and very clearly
Yeah.
said there has to be a very clear pathway, growth plan for the teachers.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Pandey. I would request you to still be on the webinar itself. I will be bringing you back थोड़े समय में.
Very good.
Uh, Thank you so much, Dr. Pandey. I would also like to request Kadambri ma'am, Kadambri ji, please stay live. I will be coming to you in 5 minutes. Before that, I would just like to give the audience a quick preview about the Delhi Center TPO. क्या है वो, क्या format होगा, और कुछ details उसके बारे में. So I'll just quickly share my screen and just take all of you through some slides so that you get a better understanding of the Delhi Center TPO, because I'm sure बहुत लोगों को questions होगा उसके बारे में. So please feel free to use the comment section. लेकिन I will also be talking about it a little bit here. So yeah, before I get started on the Delhi Center TPO, of course आप सबको पता है कि दिल्ली सेंटर टीपीओ तो हो रहा है. कब हो रहा है वो सब हम डिटेल्स अभी शेयर कर लेंगे, लेकिन शेयर करेंगे सॉरी. लेकिन what is important is that this is a part of our larger program, which is the Center International Teaching Professionals Olympiad, जो अभी 8th year में है. And it is an international competition which is run in association with Reliance Foundation and Education World as primary partners. We do have other partners as well. These are the two primary partners. And the Delhi Center TPO is an exclusive prelims. And जो उसमें toppers आएंगे, वो सब will be finalists in the Center International Teaching Professionals Olympiad. So you will be competing with other teachers across the globe. So all the partners bring many interesting prizes, rewards. We will come to that in a while. Before that, very quickly, Delhi Center TPO's format. Let me just quickly share that with you. So of course, it is happening on the 23rd of February, which is a Thursday, in select slots. So there will be more than one slot, and you will get the details जब आप form fill करोगे. I will be taking you through all of that in a short while. And जैसे मैंने बोला, there are two stages. Delhi Center TPO होगा, and उससे सारे toppers will be invited to the finals at no charge. And just a few more details about the Delhi Center TPO. So the entire TPO itself is a multiple choice questions plus a live video evaluation. So दो components होते हैं. 90 minutes का multiple choice questions test होगा, और उसके बाद live video evaluation जो 30 minutes के लिए होगा. 39 सब्जेक्ट्स ट्रैक है, तो आप अपने सब्जेक्ट ट्रैक पिक कर सकते हो. आपको वेबसाइट में भी ये डिटेल्स मिलेगा, और फॉर्म पे भी जब आप फिल कर रहे होंगे ये डिटेल्स मिल जाएगा आपको. And the grades, we have subjects across pre-primary to middle, primary, secondary and senior secondary grades. तो जब हमने start किया था, तो literally there were like 7 to 10 subject tracks, and after all these years we have come up with 39 subject tracks, which means more and more teachers across different subjects can take part. And this time तो बहुत सारे tracks हिंदी में भी हैं, and we also have a co-curricular track catering to teachers who are teaching subjects like dance, music, etc. So I'll keep this slide on for a second before I move on to the next slide. So if you have any questions iske bare mein, please feel free to put it on the comment section. The team will definitely try to address it. And if not, you can also write to us at team@centa.org. And one thing that I definitely want to highlight is that ये TPO, Delhi Center TPO test जो होगा, I mean, you will be taking the test, but you don't have to worry about your results being shared with everyone. आपका results will be very confidential to you. सिर्फ आपको पता चलेगा कि आपने कैसे किया है performance, क्या score आया है, etc. Of course, the Delhi government will be given data, but that is more in an aggregate average way, format में मिलेगा उन्हें. They will not be getting individual scores of each of the teachers. So however you perform in this, it is purely reflection for you, and it is the scores etc. are only visible to you. And with the system, it is shared in a broader, larger average manner so that they can run their set of analysis on the performance across the state, across the city. So let me quickly take a minute to also talk about our partners for the TPO, broader TPO itself. So the partners for the Center International TPO, the primary partners, like I mentioned, है Reliance Foundation और Education World. लेकिन और भी additional partners है Center TPO के. And this year the partners are the University of Buckingham, University of California, Santa Cruz, Oxford University Press, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, TIS, Inspirit, Tag Hive, Key Education Foundation, Teach for India Online, Think Startup, Bharti Foundation, and Wisdom Circle, to name a few. So every partner, of course, brings a lot of rewards and recognitions, which I will talk about in a while, which is for the Center International TPO. But there are specific and special prices and benefits for Delhi winners as well this time. As you can see, special felicitation for winners of the Delhi-CENTA TPO. So जो इसमें टॉप करेंगे उनके लिए there is a special felicitation by the Directorate of Education government GNCT, and this is specifically the felicitation is for teachers of the DOE, the government teachers. But for all the other teachers in Delhi also, there is a Reliance Foundation Cash Award for the Delhi-CENTA TPO participants, the ones who are topping in the Delhi-CENTA TPO. And also the shortlisted teachers, shortlisted matlab जिन्होंने Delhi-CENTA TPO में top किया है, those shortlisted teachers will also compete globally in the international finals of CENTA TPO at no additional cost. So these are the exclusive prices and benefits for Delhi-CENTA TPO for the Delhi winners. And agar you have already registered for it, you will also be added to the pipeline. So you don't have to worry about that. These are special prizes for them. And in general, international finals ke liye itne sare prizes hai to begin with, aur bhi bahut zyada hai. In the screen, you can see some of them. So you can see that the Delhi-CENTA TPO has its own prizes, and the international finals has its own set of prizes, as you can see in the screen. So you can see there are Reliance Foundation 20 lakhs worth cash awards. There's a fully paid trip to USA for science track toppers. There is for the B.Ed toppers. There are training programs and special opportunities with Tata Institute of Social Sciences. So for different subject tracks, different groups, there are different set of awards as well as general awards for all the teachers participating and whoever wins in the international finals. Okay, so before I continue any further, I would love to, bring Kadambari ma'am, Kadambari ji into the stream now. I'd love to welcome Kadambari ji. But before I
Thank
ask
you.
any questions to you, ma'am, thank you. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Quick introduction about you. So, Miss Kadambari Lohia is a mentor teacher, Special Task Force, STF, in Spoken English Cell, and she's the academic lead, School Branch, Directorate of Education, GNCT Delhi. She's also working as the coordinator of Delhi Shiksha, DOE's prestigious monthly magazine, and has also facilitated several in-service and pre-service teacher trainings in speaking, listening, and public speaking as well in SCRT and CBSE. Ms. Kadambari has several degrees in English, including MPhil in English, MA in English and Education, BA Honours English, B.Ed, ETT Diploma, Diet in SCRT, etc., and is also a TESOL certified teacher of English with 29 years of experience, teaching experience with the Directorate of Education, GNCT Delhi, and has also been a mentor teacher since 2016. She is a recipient of the Delhi State Teachers Award in 2016 and is also a past TPO topper in middle school English and secondary school English. So welcome, ma'am. Very, very excited and privileged to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Shruti.
Thank you, ma'am. So I have a few questions that I would love to ask you. And then I would also
Sure.
like to bring back Dr. Ashok and then, just maybe have a close group discussion with both of you. So, my first question for you is, you being a mentor teacher yourself, can you share a few insights on observations you have made as a mentor teacher in DOE, in Directorate of Education, GNCT Delhi classrooms?
Thank you, Shruti, for giving us this opportunity. Like, I'm thankful to CENTA also and Ramya ma'am. I was keenly hearing what Dr. Ashok was saying, and it was so nice to hear a school leader say such warm words about teachers and about, trying to empower them and give them space to learn and to have opportunities for professional development. So that is the reason that I started initially. Like you mentioned so many things about me. The only reason that we were doing this was that after, working for so many years in a single capacity, you feel like branching out. So mentorship also was one such opportunity that came to teachers of Directorate of Education in 2016 through our visionary leader, Deputy CM Sir. And that is the reason that we became mentors. Then I got to know about Center TPO in 2018, and we were in a flow, like we were told to explore all possible opportunities for professional development, and we were given chance to go and give those take those opportunities. So now coming back to your question about observations in the classroom, like when we went, I was already teaching for so many years, 23, 24 years before that. So, but going for observation, it gives another just mindset and a view. Like whatever a teacher is doing, they're doing their best. Like this is what we were doing previously also, but when we go and sit at the back, then we are able to see the minute details about what the teacher is doing brilliantly and where they are requiring any support. So that's where the mentor teacher came. And like we used to discuss the lesson plans, the teaching aids, the handling of the classrooms, like how to manage large classrooms. This is one of the key issues that we face in our Delhi schools. So all these things, like how the content is being delivered and how it can be done better, like when my colleagues, because we were working inside our directorate only, so when my colleagues used to give classes and we were sitting back and observing, so that's when that we realized that how much struggle is going on with the teacher also. So to support them there was mandatory for us. So that's what we gained experience on, and how to support them. Thank you.
Great Kadambari, ma'am. I mean, I think you have identified, like in Delhi, one of the biggest issues is that there are larger classrooms, and therefore, how can the teacher cater to each and every student, try tailor
Yeah.
make the lesson, do differentiation, etc. when there's so many students? And it's great to hear that you do invest that time and you yourself believe that teacher training is important and invest that time in doing one-on-one observations and professional development of teachers. So great to hear, ma'am. So my next question, and also keeping in mind that I did say this would be bilingual, I will try to ask it in Hindi as well, and maybe you can also respond in Hindi. So as a
Sure.
mentor teacher for DOE, जो बहुत सारे अपना वक्त आप टीचर्स को ऑब्जर्व करने में और उनके साथ आप काम करते हो, how do you think ऐसे initiative, this kind of initiative which is a Delhi Center TPO will help both mentor teachers, आपको कैसे हेल्प करेगा एज वेल एज टीचर्स इन जनरल, हाउ विल इट हेल्प द टीचर्स एंड हाउ विल इट हेल्प यू एज अ मेंटर टीचर? तो आपको क्या लगता है कि हाउ विल समथिंग लाइक दिस हेल्प? या
सबसे पहले तो मैं यही बोलूंगी कि मैं जब सर्टिफिकेट मिला, चलिए वहां से शुरू करते हैं, बैक से, कि हमने इसमें काम कर लिया, उसके बाद क्या हुआ. सो दैट सर्टिफिकेट इज स्टिल विद मी हियर. So I would like to show it to everybody that okay, we keep it with such pride, and I want to show it to all that okay, we have this certificate, and it gives you that feeling of being accomplished. You are competing with all the teachers. Like this is a special edition for Delhi teachers, but when we did it in 2018, it was with competing with all the teachers all over India, and outside India also. So for that, and getting a rank, region based rank or a subject track rank, so that gave that feeling that wow, like okay, you have done something. Then it helped me revisit my own learnings that I had when we were answering all those questions sitting in front. At that time, it was like center based. We had a center very far from our house, but then also like it was just inside me that I wanted to go. तो वहां जाके जब आपने एग्जाम दिया, उस आप वो बिल्कुल एक स्टूडेंट की तरह खुद को महसूस करते हैं, तो वो एक एक्सपीरियंस हमारे लिए बहुत एक अलग सा हो गया था, यूनिक. मेरे साथ मेरे एक दो फ्रेंड्स भी थे जो गए थे साथ में, तो हमारे लिए एक बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था. और इसीलिए मैं इतनी कन्विक्शन के साथ सबको, अपने साथियों को बोल रही हूँ, सब मेंटर टीचर्स को, स्कूल के टीचर्स को, कि प्लीज एक बार ये एक्सपीरियंस लेकर देखिए, और आपको खुद महसूस होगा कि क्या इसमें चेंज आपको महसूस हो रहा है. हम सब ने सारे जितने फॉर्मूलाज है, पेडागोजीज हैं, जितने थ्योरीज हैं, सब अपनी पढ़ाई की है, बीएड में किया है, डाइट किया है, और भी टीचर ट्रेनिंग्स बहुत सारी की हैं। दिल्ली के टीचर्स तो सिंगापुर भी जाकर ट्रेनिंग लेकर आए हैं, जो हमारे लिए एक बहुत गर्व की बात है। लेकिन जब आप उस ट्रेनिंग में जो आपने सीखा है उसको आप एक एग्जाम के थ्रू प्रूव भी कर रहे हैं, और एक मतलब अपने आप को भी प्रूव कर रहे हैं कि आपको ये सब पता है, यू आर एबल टू आंसर दैट करेक्टली। मैं अभी भी आपके वो जो एक इस वक्त चालू है आपके रिसोर्सेज में, क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे, मैं उसको रोज करती हूँ। और नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कि भी मुझे वो एग्जाम देना है, आई हैव डन इट, लेकिन वो एग्जाम वो देकर और फिर जब वो ग्रीन टिक आ जाता है तो यू फील सो हैप्पी अबाउट इट। तो इट इज योर ओन अकम्पलिशमेंट दैट यू यू नो मेक इट, मतलब गिव दैट एग्जाम। तो आई एम आस्किंग एवरीबडी टू डू दैट। प्लीज जरूर इसमें अपीयर होइए और अपना रजिस्ट्रेशन कराइए, सो दैट यू विल फाइंड समथिंग न्यू अबाउट योर सेल्फ। आई डिड, मुझे अपने बारे में जाना मैंने।
Thank you so much, Kadambari ma'am, for those kind words and for sharing your experience and how you felt when, before and after taking up the Centa International TPO. I would also like to ask another quick question, and then maybe we will move on to just a little bit of logistics before I bring back Dr. Ashok and you together for a final message. So I'd want to know that. So the whole purpose that the government is also supporting us with this is टीचर्स लेंगे दिस एंड द दिल्ली सेंटा टीपीओ, और जो रिजल्ट्स आएंगे, लाइक आई सेड, सिस्टम को हम एक एग्रीगेट एवरेज फॉर्मेट में हम सिस्टम को देंगे. सो व्हाट द गवर्नमेंट इज रियली envisaging is that to use this results and to use this data to inform कि आगे क्या करना है, कि टीचर्स के परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे कैसे प्लान करना है, ट्रेनिंग कैसे प्लान, नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स कैसे प्लान करने हैं. तो इससे आपको क्या लगता है कि हाउ विल इट एक्चुअली हेल्प यू एज अ मेंटर टीचर इन योर ऑब्जर्वेशंस? हाउ डू यू थिंक इट विल इन्फॉर्म यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हेन यू गो ऑब्जर्व टीचर्स, लाइक व्हाट टू लुक फॉर एक्सेट्रा? आपको क्या लगता है, हाउ विल दिस इम्पैक्ट दैट स्पेसिफिक एस्पेक्ट ऑफ योर रोल?
जब भी हम कुछ नया करते हैं, मतलब इसके साथ, क्योंकि आप लोगों ने सिर्फ एग्जाम की बात नहीं की है, कुछ कोर्सेज की भी बात की है, तो गेटिंग न्यू नॉलेज इज ऑलवेज हेल्पफुल। हम अपनी पुरानी नॉलेज के बारे में जितना है वो सब ब्रश कर रहे हैं, उसको, उस कॉन्सेप्ट्स को दोबारा लेकर आ रहे हैं, लेकिन जितना हम जो अभी तक का लेटेस्ट है हम उसको भी सीखेंगे इन वेरियस कोर्सेज ऑल्सो. सो दैट विल हेल्प मी एज अ मेंटर, दैट विल हेल्प माई फेलोज एज अ मेंटर, कि जब वो क्लासरूम में जाते हैं तो टीचर जैसे, और कुछ नहीं तो एक कितना सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है कि टीचर टॉक टाइम और स्टूडेंट टॉक टाइम में कितना होना चाहिए, लाइक what should be the average talk time for them. लेकिन वो भी जब हम पढ़ा रहे होते हैं तब we forget. अभी भी मेरा बहुत मन कर रहा है एज अ टीचर टू कंटिन्यू स्पीकिंग, वी लव स्पीकिंग, बट एक क्लासरूम के अंदर कितना होना चाहिए, that is what has to be learned. That is where we as teachers we need to include our students. तो वो जो इंक्लूजन है, जो स्टूडेंट टॉक टाइम वर्सेस टीचर टॉक टाइम है, किस तरह की टेक्नोलॉजी यूज होनी है, कैसे स्ट्रैटेजीज बनानी है, ऑल दिस इज वेयर आई थिंक सेंटा इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर अस. और जब हमारे डायरेक्टरेट ऐसे सोच रहा है, दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ऐसा सोच रही है, तो आई लुक एट अ very broad horizon for us to go forward and professionally develop ourselves.
Thank you so much, Kadambari ma'am. Please stay back for a minute. So I'll just come back in a minute. I would love to now just quickly share with the audience basically the $1 million question, कैसे register करते हैं दिल्ली सेंटा TPO के लिए? So very simple. I will also be doing a very detailed demo in 2 minutes, but very simple 3-step process है ये. Go to centa.org/Delhi-CENTA TPO. Comments में भी आपको ये मिलेगा. My colleague will be adding it there. Click on register now. तो उस लिंक पे जाकर आप सारे सब्जेक्ट्स, you can see the tracks, you can see the date, you can see everything, जो भी डिटेल्स आपको चाहिए वहीं पे मिल जाएगा आपको. Click on register now. Fill the Delhi-CENTA TPO registration form, submit and pay. So I would like to add that the CENTA International TPO prelims, the rate is 990 plus GST. But for the teachers of Delhi, हमने डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस पे 850 प्राइस पे डाला है. सो द प्राइस पॉइंट राइट नाउ विल बी 850 फॉर यू. एंड फॉर दोज अटेंडिंग टुडेज वेबिनार एक स्पेशल सरप्राइज है. We actually have a coupon code which will give you a further 20% discount. आपके रजिस्ट्रेशन फी पे और भी 20% डिस्काउंट मिलेगा आपको इफ यू यूज द कूपन कोड DELFEB1. तो आई विल बी डूइंग अ डेमो ऑफ एग्जैक्टली फॉर्म कैसे फिल करते हैं इन जस्ट अ मिनट. But before that, I would love to bring back Dr. Ashok Pandey and Kadambari ji back to the screen and just get some, parting messages from both of you on what is your message for the teachers of Delhi for why they should, take the Delhi-CENTA TPO. What is your parting closing message that you'd like to share for them? Any one
कादम्बरी
of you
जी,
can start. Dr.
कादम्बरी जी
Pandey.
पहले, फर्स्ट कादम्बरी जी.
Right. Sir, please, after you.
अच्छा, थैंक यू. तो देखिए,
जी.
आपने में कहा था कि ये बाइलिंगुअल होगा और मुझे ये एहसास हुआ कि मैंने अंग्रेजी में ही ज़्यादा बोला. तो इस सेगमेंट
No
में कम से
problem.
कम मैं हिंदी में ही बोल रहा हूँ. तो और ये मैसेज क्या है, तो मेरे ख्याल में वो और भी अच्छा मौका है. देखिए, ये अभी बहुत सारे टीचर्स ये सोच रहे होंगे इससे क्या फ़ायदा है, इससे क्या होगा, जो कि कादम्बरी जी ने तो बिल्कुल, वो तो एग्जाम्पल हैं, एग्जाम्पलर की तरह बैठी हुई हैं. उन्होंने तो बता ही दिया. लेकिन मैं एक बड़ी ऐसी बात बताना चाहता हूँ अपने टीचर्स के लिए कि देखिए, हम अपने बच्चों से बहुत सारी उम्मीदें करते हैं. हम चाहते हैं कि वो जहाँ भी जाएं कंपटीशन में एक लॉरल लेके आएं और बड़ी वाली ट्रॉफी लेकर के आएं और फर्स्ट पोजीशन में आएं. तो ये हमारी उनसे उम्मीद है, बड़ी अच्छी उम्मीद है. ये इससे एक बच्चों का उत्थान होता है. लेकिन हम कभी ये नहीं सोचते कि बच्चों की हमसे क्या उम्मीदें हैं. आप एक बहुत सारी रिसर्चेस हुई हैं श्रुति और कादम्बरी जी को तो पता ही है कि हम ये मानते हैं कि हम उनको अच्छा पढ़ा दें क्लासरूम में और उनके अच्छे रिजल्ट ला दें, यही हमारी एक उम्मीद हमसे होती है. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है. रिसर्च हैज प्रूव्ड श्रुति कि बच्चे ये चाहते हैं कि आप पढ़ाएं ना पढ़ाएं वो तो अलग है, लेकिन आप खुद ग्रो करें. ये बच्चों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि हमारी टीचर ने ये किया. तो आप एक छोटी सी स्पोर्ट्स डे पे जब रेस होती है और टीचर्स दौड़ जाती हैं बच्चों के साथ, आप सोचिए बच्चों के ऊपर कितना मजा आता है उनको और कितने वो खुश हो जाते हैं. और आप स्टेडियम अगर हो तो आप देखें कि उनकी एनर्जी लेवल कितनी ऊपर चली जाती है. तो मैं कहना ये चाहता हूं कि हमें जो बच्चों से उम्मीद है वो हम कह के उतना नहीं करवा सकते हैं जितना करके करवा सकते हैं. तो करके कैसे करवाएंगे कि आप एग्जाम्पल सेट कीजिए, आप खुद ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स में हिस्सा लीजिए, एक नए मापदंड बनाइए, किताबें लिखिए, ब्लॉग लिखिए, कादम्बरी जी के मैगजीन में रिसर्च पेपर लिखिए और देखिए कि आपका सेल्फ एस्टीम भी बढ़ेगा और बच्चों से भी जो आपकी अपेक्षा थी वो बच्चे भी बहुत खुश हो जाएंगे. और एंड योर रिस्पेक्ट इन द आईज ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन विल गो मेनी टाइम्स हाई. और ये तो हमारे शास्त्रों में कहा गया है कि श्रेष्ठ लोग जो काम करते हैं ना, उनके फॉलोअर्स वही काम करते हैं. और श्रेष्ठ लोग जो आचरण और स्टैंडर्ड्स बना देते हैं वही दूसरों के लिए स्टैंडर्ड और आचरण बन जाता है. तो हम बच्चों के लिए तो हम ही श्रेष्ठ हैं, तो हमें तो ये बिल्कुल करना ही है. और इसलिए मैं समझता हूं कि ये हमारे टीचर्स इस चीज को समझेंगे और आपके सेंटर में और टीपीओ में बड़ी संख्या में वो भाग लेंगे.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. बहुत बहुत ब्रिलियंटली आपने बोला एंड आई थिंक इट कुडंट हैव बीन सेड एनी बेटर. थैंक यू सर.
Yes.
कादम्बरी मैम.
थैंक यू.
Absolutely. Now I'm wondering what to say. अब सर ने इतनी खूबसूरती से इस बात को कहा है, बट मैं इसके बाद भी अपने साथियों को सिर्फ इतना कहूंगी कि प्लीज सब्जेक्ट ट्रैक अच्छे से चेक करें. अब मैं बिल्कुल प्रैक्टिकल बात करूंगी उनके साथ.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल,
और
बहुत जरूरी.
और अपना लेवल वो चेक करके देखिए, सेकेंडरी, मिडिल, प्राइमरी, आप जिसमें भी कंफर्टेबल हैं. मैंने मिडिल और सेकेंडरी ट्रैक अप्लाई किया था. शायद मुझे प्राइमरी का भी आता था, लेकिन आई वाज मोर कंफर्टेबल इन दिस. तो मैं अपनी कंफर्ट, अपना सब्जेक्ट और वो देखकर मैं उसमें बेटर परफॉर्म कर पाई. तो आप भी चाहे एक बार में एक ट्रैक कीजिए, नेक्स्ट ईयर फिर से अप्लाई कर लीजिएगा, फिर दूसरे ट्रैक को अपने आप को टेस्ट कीजिएगा. मतलब इट इज ऑल अबाउट यू. एक तरह से जैसे हम रोज सुबह आईने में उठ के खुद को देखते हैं, तो ये एक आईना है सेंटा हमारे लिए कि हम उस आईने में कैसे हैं. और डेफिनेटली हम बहुत खूबसूरत हैं. तो आपको सेंटा ये बताएगा कि बहुत खूबसूरत है. और मैंने तो श्रुति को फोटो भी वही भेजी थी जिसमें कि एक था कि आई एम अ सेंटा टीपीओ विनर, क्योंकि ये इसका फैसिलिटेशन हुआ था. तो वो मेरी सबसे खूबसूरत फोटो मुझे लगती है कि हम उस स्क्रीन एक वो पिक्चर गार्ड है, उसके अंदर वो हमें पकड़ा रखा था, एंड वो सेंटा टीपीओ विनर का था। तो इस तरह से आप खुद को जान पाएंगे, और अपने आप को ही जानना यही पूरी लाइफ है। सो प्लीज लुक इनटू दैट ब्यूटीफुल मिरर, एंड आप खूबसूरत हैं, और आपकी वजह से सेंटा और अच्छा हो जाएगा। ऑल द
बिल्कुल।
बेस्ट टू ऑल माय फेलो टीचर्स, एंड आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड। हम लोग मतलब ट्रैक तो रखेंगे ही सरकारी तौर पे कि कितने टीचर्स ने किया, लेकिन आप अपने लिए ट्रैक रखिए कि आपने किया। अपने सभी साथियों को प्लीज कहिए, जितने हमारे साथी जुड़े हैं वो अपने स्कूल्स में इस बात को पहुंचाएं, मेंटर टीचर्स जुड़े हैं वो अपने मेंटी स्कूल्स में पहुंचाएं, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा टीचर्स तक हम पहुंच पाएं। दिस इज व्हाट द ऑब्जेक्टिव इज, इसीलिए आज हम यहाँ साथ हैं। थैंक यू श्रुति।
Thank you so
Thank,
much, Kadamri ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Ashok. Very,
thank you.
very happy to have you both here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Shruti. Thank
आपकी
you.
वजह से,
Thank you.
हाँ,
Thank you. Okay, so now what I would love to ask the audience to still stay back for another 5 minutes. I will quickly, like I promised, मैं quick demo देती हूँ कि कैसे साइन अप करना है, कैसे रजिस्टर करना है टीपीओ के लिए। एंड ऑफ कोर्स डॉक्टर अशोक पांडे और कादम्बरी जी के वर्ड्स, ब्यूटीफुल वर्ड्स, और आई वुड होप दैट आप इंस्पायर हुए उन वर्ड्स से, एंड यू डू फील लाइक यू आर ऑल गियर्ड अप एंड रेडी टू टेक पार्ट इन द दिल्ली सेंटा टीपीओ। सो जैसे मैंने बोला, ये लिंक है, क्लिक ऑन रजिस्टर नाउ, फिल इन द दिल्ली सेंटा टीपीओ फॉर्म, सबमिट एंड पे। डिस्काउंट कूपन टिकर पे भी आपको स्क्रीन पे भी दिख रहा है और यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा है। नाउ आई जस्ट टेक 2 मिनट स्टेप बाय स्टेप कि कैसे रजिस्टर करते हैं। अगर आप फोन पे हो तो प्लीज गो टू centa.org/delhi-centa-tpo, रजिस्टर नाउ बटन है वहां पे, एंड देन एक फॉर्म आएगा, ऐसा फॉर्म, यू जस्ट हैव टू फिल द फॉर्म, सबमिट एंड पे। I will also be showing a live demo in just a minute, but I also want to say that in the form आपको first fill करना पड़ेगा, verify करना पड़ेगा, सिर्फ country number और referral code डालकर, enter the OTP, and उसके बाद बाकी सारे fields enable होंगे, and then you can fill it, save and pay. So this is OTP based. We have to confirm your number और उसके बाद ही आप बाकी सब fields fill कर पाओगे। And before I go to actual demo of the form, I do want to say कि इस बार कादम्बरी मैम ने जब लिया था और अशोक पांडे सर के स्कूल के टीचर्स ने जब लिया था, we didn't even have a resources page as such. और like कादम्बरी मैम सर, अपने ही pedagogy के basis पर सभी ने attempt किया था, but this year we also have a TPO resources page जो आपको prepare करने में help कर सकता है। तो please go ahead and look at this page. You will find sample questions. आप अपने सब्जेक्ट के लिए, तो सारे 39 सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए सैम्पल क्वेश्चंस है, सिलेबस है, क्या एग्जैक्टली आएंगे टेस्ट में वो सिलेबस है, लाइव वेबिनार्स, टीपीओ स्पेशल सीरीज। तो हर मंडे को हम एक सब्जेक्ट लेकर सैम्पल क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करते हैं, उस सब्जेक्ट पे विनर्स को बुलाते हैं, पास्ट विनर्स को, जो एडवाइस देते हैं कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है। तो ये सब होता है, तो ये इस रिसोर्स पेज में आपको सब मिल जाएगा। रिकॉर्डेड वेबिनार्स, गाइड्स, कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है दिल्ली सेंटा टीपीओ के लिए, छोटे छोटे क्यूरियस कॉर्नर पे स्मॉल शॉर्ट रिसोर्सेज है फ्री के लिए, हिंदी में भी है, इंग्लिश में भी है। तो प्लीज गो अहेड एंड ये पेज को आप देखिए, इट विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू प्रिपेयर फॉर द सेंटा टीपीओ। सो आई ऑल्सो, लाइक आई सेड, वांट टू क्विकली शो कि फॉर्म कैसे दिखेगा। तो जैसे मैंने बोला, वो फोन का व्यू था, लैपटॉप पे ऐसे दिखेगा। सो यू कैन सी ये दिल्ली सेंटा टीपीओ है। सो यहाँ पे जब आप आओगे तो प्लीज क्लिक ऑन द रजिस्टर नाउ बटन, तो सारे डिटेल्स आपको यहीं पे मिल जाएंगे। सो प्लीज गो अहेड एंड रीड एवरीथिंग दैट यू नीड टू, सारे डिटेल्स आपको यहीं पे मिल जाएंगे। एंड देन वंस यू क्लिक ऑन रजिस्टर नाउ, ये फॉर्म है, तो आपका अपना कंट्री सेलेक्ट कीजिए, आप ईमेल आईडी डालिए, अगर आपके पास रेफरल कोड है तो वो डालिए, एंड देन you will get OTP verification. When your OTP is verified, only then first name, last name, mobile number, date of birth, very simple. You can directly press this. अपने date of birth पे आप scroll करके वापस जा सकते हो. For example, अगर मेरा 93 है तो I'll click it like this. Month October है तो like this. 4th है तो like this. So this is how I fill my date of birth. Your occupation, टेस्ट ट्रैक वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो कादम्बरी मैम ने भी बोला था, प्लीज आइडेंटिफाई आपको किस टेस्ट ट्रैक पे अप्लाई करना है. यू मे बी अ सेकेंडरी स्कूल टीचर, मिडिल स्कूल टीचर, प्राइमरी स्कूल टीचर, उसके हिसाब से आप जा सकते हो, या वॉट एवर सब्जेक्ट यू आर कंफर्टेबल विथ. तो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी एक कूपन कोड है विच विल ओनली गिव यू अ 10% डिस्काउंट. बट इफ यू यूज टूडेज कूपन कोड, तो मैंने आज एक कूपन कोड शेयर किया था विच इज DELFEB1. तो आपको वो कूपन कोड यहाँ पे डालना पड़ेगा. So you will have to put your coupon code here. So if you have a coupon code, click here. Is section पे you will have to put the coupon code DELFEB1. It's only valid till for 24 hours. So please go ahead and register in large numbers. Coupon code डालने के बाद you can directly pay and done. Save and pay. So it's as simple as that. It will not take you more than 2 minutes to fill the form. So please go ahead, check कीजिए कौन सा track apply करना है, and please do fill the form as soon as you can, because the last date is nearing. As I said, Feb 23rd को select slot, so एक slot से ज़्यादा होगा. 23rd को लेकिन the event will be happening, which is the Delhi-CENTA Teaching Professionals Olympiad. So that's it from my end. So आज का session, we have come to an end to today's kickoff and orientation event for the Delhi-CENTA Teaching Professionals Olympiad. I hope आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला, और you have got inspired and motivated listening to Dr. Ashok Pandey and Kadambari ma'am's words, and you are convinced now कि आप भी register कर सकते हो. So looking for large numbers of registrations. Steps भी मैंने दिखाया, very simple. So good luck, all the best, and looking forward to see lots of participation from Delhi teachers. Have a great evening. Goodbye.